Hello fish friends, I am Drekov and I am here with a brand new series, project, whatever you wanna call it. The title is Project 200 and it is gonna serve as my 200 subscriber special, obviously. We hit that magical number right there just the other day. But anyway, what this is gonna be, I'm actually not gonna show a whole 200s because you know, like half of them are probably really boring at this point. But they will all be on the channel though, like, annotated fashion. Let me see in what order to like best describe this. Yeah, the most significant ones of them will like pick out for these kind of videos where we'll basically go through them and post commentary. The one we're looking at today will be the first one that I ever got in this game, which will of course not be the one that is currently displayed here. This is just a really random one that will not be featured in the series for real. This is number 45 right here. I'm currently above 100. It's only a matter of time when I'll fill that 200, and once that happens I will probably stop actually tracking them. Yeah, more than halfway there. Really the only way that fails by the end of next year is if I like stop playing the game for a reason or something. Yeah, anyway, let's talk about 200s and overfishing. In Splatoon 2, of course, it was actually really hard to get them. It was not possible at all without nights. Then you needed the good nights and to perform well enough at least to still get enough and not just 180, 190. I had only 4 of them in that game. Only on 2 maps and always with top players and stuff. That of course has changed in this game. Now you can do it with day waves only. You can do it more often. It is easier to get a good amount above 200 too. You will see a bunch of them here for sure. Look forward to it. And I've also done it on 3 lands and twin lands, 2 ones each. 3 lands I'm still missing actually. Would be nice if I can get that before hitting 200. It's not really a goal because of how rare it is. And what you would basically need to do is freelance a lot on the really good rotations to make it like possible at all, and right now I'm not really doing that, so if that ever aligns. Oh goodness. And anyway, yeah, let's talk about 200s in this game. Like in the first few months, it was actually still really hard for me, because me and everyone else was still getting used to the game and how everything works, and to even figure out like basic decision making and stuff. Of course, it's always an eternal learning process. Yeah, I had to actually fight quite hard for that first one, which you will see in a minute. And then the ones after that as well. It wasn't till like a few months later that it actually became easy to get like multiple in rotation. I mean, easy in quotation marks here, of course. Because it's not always that easy actually. That's what you still do need. Make it like a pretty quote-unquote easy is you need a team that's good enough pretty much, and a synergistic team. And then of course, let's talk about like actual numbers and averages and stuff. Something that I tell people a lot that they should shoot for if they wanna get 200. They should try to get 60 plus on every wave. And then sometimes there might be some really nice wave appearing that gets around 80. Then if you got 60 plus on the other 2, then you do have 200. That is pretty much the easiest way to get it. Or you know, if you have one of those infamous Mad rotations with that cheat bucket, then get high Mad and then get 50 plus on the other 2. Another way. And you will see a few of those too. Before I believe the second and the third one. I think these are really boring and they say nothing. I do like the 60, 60, 80 but more. Or of course the nightless ones. That is actually a goal that I really do have with the Project 200 200 thing. To get nightless 200 on all of the maps available in the game. But the current status on that is I do have it on 4 out of 6 maps and on Big Run. Let's say it's pretty good already. But yeah, Yard is missing and I'm sure we'll get Yard eventually. That was a really good rotation for it recently, but I was not able to play it due to conflicting with extra work. There will be another one and that's when we'll probably get hit. It would not be too hard. Then what really is the hard one is Maruna's Bay. And I will definitely make sure to come up with a decent plan to get started on that next year. So like the map more with like-minded people and stuff. So yeah, it will be interesting. Right, you see that with a game here that I did not commentate over at all. We just got 200 flat here. That was actually my first 200 flat. Guess we're showing it in that way. Yeah, anyway, that is enough with the intro monologue here. We'll just let that extra wave play through, because why not? Then I will see you after the results screen with the actual game of the episode that everyone thinks about. It will be the first ever 200 that I got. It's like on Fish and Hydro plant, with a sploosh in rotation and some mediocre weapons. I actually started that rotation with a freelance run that was my fastest at the time actually. I think like 6 losses, 7 losses in a disconnect, something like that. Nothing too special, but at the time it was my best. Then you have some nice overfishing on the second day. My first and only 200 thus far. Yeah, see you for that in a few seconds. Alright, so here we are with the actual first 200 I ever got. I'll actually pause a bit a bunch, maybe even move back too. First up, some fun facts about this one. It's not only my first one, it's also the only one out of the more than 100 that I have by now where I was the host. Also the only one that I played with Neff, because as we all know, not too long after he actually quit the game pretty much. Yeah, he's just still around to bully me from time to time. Anyway, thanks for the nice sessions here again. And then of course we also see Sina here. We are gonna see him a lot more as well as part of my regular group. Then hello as well, another regional here. Not regional regular. I guess works. It's basically team friends here and that one filthy German. I actually wasn't even looking to overfish on that weekend at all. Like I just played freelance on the first day of this rotation. This was the second day. I never really needed a fourth player, so he just bullied me into playing like he always did back in the day. And I was like, okay, I'm at 9s, we can practice hazard level max and stuff. It was of course really hard for me back then. Like the game wasn't super new at this point anymore, but still I was bad at it, and you are gonna see it in this video for sure. Alright, let's play this for a bit. Gonna be a double high tide seed with a normal tide mothership in between. Typically how it works, like for most players, the first 200s on Gunfish and Hydro plant, there's gonna be high tide in some way, shape or form in it. So yeah, in this case it's gonna be 2 of them. Alright, wave 1. I do have my beloved Sploosh here. I am not sure what I thought back then about it, but right now I still am pretty serious about thinking that it's honestly just the best weapon for Salmon Run in this game. How we evaluate Sploosh in this specific counter is interesting. Right, the scrapper that was tagged. Look at that, I remembered it's still here. Something similar is gonna be coming up very soon. But anyway, before we're gonna get to that, let's actually talk a bit about the comp here, because this will come back later on this second one actually. So normally, what tends to work really well with Sploosh is if it just focuses lasers, especially on the side heights. However, if we look at these other three weapons, they are like very inflexible. They also can be a bit weak at bus kills. However, actually decent at lesser skills, honestly. So there is a bit of an imbalance by there being a balance here, if you will. So it's not actually too clear what the weapon rolls are, which makes this comp a little bit funny. I mean, it's a fine comp for sure, but you need to be like very aware of things more than normally, probably. But yeah, so much about the comp. Let's continue. Right, also me being host here means I will be more around basket more. Right here, I'm tagging that other scrapper, getting damaged by it, moving down. And I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, this movement around basket there, I don't know if I tried to get like around it or something, just got stuck. I really do not remember, it's been a long time ago. But yeah, and then the scrapper just ambushes me and I'm in like the worst position imaginable. Like, big rookie mistake here, if you will. Doesn't happen as easily to me anymore, of course. Like, I do remember this stuff normally. Yeah, anyway, there are definitely two easy options to do this better here. The one and the definitely more aggressive one. High risk, high reward, possibly. Would be to just... Let me show this again. Here, move like right past the ear, get the tail there. However, the risk involved there's also the lid right there, and stuff will be coming out of it, most likely. You never know what might happen. Then, of course, the car's still coming too, so I need to be very careful there, but it's a possibility. And the other option is, of course, to just move to the left of the basket here, like roughly with the head of the eel, which, of course, does not get me closer to killing the eel, but does protect me from that scrap attack, and then I can just wait for it and the thing there. Yep. This snowball here is unfolding. That's a wave breaker to recover. I can agree with that for sure. Yeah, deal with the ear, deal with the lids. We do need them gone. Then here, that's other really avoidable death. What happened here is I got slapped by the cohort. Got some other damage from the rain on me. Yeah, I killed the lid, so far so good, but the chumps are already there and the lid kill is not killing them. Yeah, they just need to do pretty much the golf thing, like I'm laying very close to the hole there and boom. A little push and I'm in. So yeah, always watch for the damage that you have on you, and it can be easy to miss, especially when rain is involved, because of how hard the rain is to see in this game. Rain is always easily missed, and yeah. And then if it's rain plus another attack like it was here, then you're always at 70 damage or higher, pretty much. But yeah, let's get into the end game of the wave here. I get revived. Had some time to get eggs here. And this part here is one of the various reasons why I do not like being host. You saw this competition for the host eggs there, which confused me a little, and then these other eggs which were a bit further away from basket. And those do not get picked up at all. Let me show that again. So it was not quite ideal there. And normally I do not really have that because I'm not normally hosting. But anyway, what has been good here is I'm pressing the wrong buttons, I'm sorry. I wanted to go back to the 10 seconds. Yeah, you see the steelhead over there. Which is of course very threatening. Really hard to kill with this comp too. So the reef slider here is actually quite good. A bit earlier would have been nice, especially like to kill that steelhead earlier in whatever way possible. Yeah, as long as it doesn't get another cycle off and you incidentally get some other lessers with it as well. Yeah, good special here. For a few extra eggs that we definitely would not have without it. Alright, that is first wave here. Let's move on to that other ship. So this one is actually like the biggest mess of this whole game pretty much. You're gonna see very soon. So I have the Rapid Blaster here, probably the best weapon in it. I mean, competes with Hydra. Hydra's on right. So I should be left, Hydra's right, and you could just run that to the end here and we'll be fine. But damn, already there's the first Chinook missed and I'm just giving up on it. That's already a mistake there. Like, just get it, because by not getting it, lessers will come. Then here I'm moving to the right for a bit, which is also a mistake. I mean, if you know exactly what you're doing, of course you can do it. And I have done it very much intentionally as well, in some games at least. Let's keep that focus. Let's get to that part again. I mean, the help on the right there wasn't really needed, and I do it anyway for pretty much no reason. There, I missed that Chinook because of it, which sucks. This one's flying over me. Okay, did get it, nice. Right, here's the first pass. I'm gonna be doing some mothership cheesing, that is hitting Chinooks as they're spawning from it. Rapid Blaster, a nice weapon to do it. Hydra can do it too, and I believe we saw Hydra do that there as well. We also got the whale here. I actually would like the whale for the second pass more because I actually need to repel it fast then. We'll get to it soon. We're doing some stuff here. I mean, normally I would just wanna spend most of the time on the top and like hit every Chinook on my side and throw the occasional egg and stuff. Like, you can go down again if you know exactly what you're doing and where the Chinooks are. Go back a bit while I'm rambling here. But if you don't, it's safer to like stay up and get other things. With this kind of long-range weapon. Like the short-range weapons, those are the ones that can move more freely, let's say. Anyway, here's the second pass. I'm not gonna use that reef slider, I'm just gonna cheese again here. But it's hopefully gonna get repelled by the DPS. Yeah, it looks like the Hydra was trying to go for the same thing here. And what as a result happened here is, I mean, maybe this sploosh was also not helping, not sure. A bit tricky here. You know, there are a lot less going around and reasonable for sploosh to help with us too, and the sploosh might also be expecting for the Hydra to deal more damage. And then we also... Wait, no, we did not have the whale. The whale was on first pass. But yeah, anyway, what I'm saying is here, it would actually be better if the Hydra does not go for the cheese at all and instead just damages the mothership right as it's approaching already. Because during the second pass, what we wanna do is just repel it fast. Then we actually have time to deposit the bonus eggs there, or the caviar as the community likes to call it. So repel it 3 seconds is too late for that, unfortunately, and that is not the only reason why we got a 57 here, but they all added up for sure. And of course I started with my positioning being very much off here. But yeah, we will probably be seeing some much better ones in the future here in this series. Maybe not in this map, but for sure there will be better motherships. Right, we are in wave 3 now and I actually need to drink something here. So bear with me for a bit. Right there are snitches, back left. Anyway, of course, I am a little bit nervous here, I have to say. I was a bit nervous here while we played. Because of course, this was a... I'm just... too while I'm rambling. So this was of course a chance here. My PB at that point was like 198 or something close to that. I do not remember the exact number. On this map also with 2 high tides. Yeah, of course I really wanted to be on the good side of the threshold this time around. So basically just egg for my life here and hope the team carries me because I'm just the carbon with a reef slider. I cannot do much of the carrying here. Just move around, add shift damage to things, run eggs, basic stuff. That is what you will see me do most of the wave. Fortunately I do not quite have ink here. Right, and this here I have really no reason to be here because the snatchers are gonna be helping with those. And then just staying here as well. It's kinda a bit of a waste of time, like I can really do here is notice that there are 2 Mars and just focus on management there so I can actually bump right in the next cycle here. Let me see who was dead here again. Wasn't okay, it was the Hydra. Yeah, poor Hydra. I'm sorry. The other option is here to possibly shoot them out. I mean, it was unlikely here. But we have Splatoon comp and if the sploosh shoots at it and then another weapon, you can do a lot of damage to it for sure. Hydra unfortunately was right out of the equation there. But yeah, anyway, what I'm doing here on the right side is just completely useless, honestly. Back for steer cycle. Oh, I did not quite hit it correctly with the carbon there. And yeah, it's difficult with the carbon, it's inconsistent. Like usually do it from the front, but being at the back here messed up my range enough so that I was not 2-shotting it anymore. Can actually get the 3-shot in time too. At least you were able to do that the old game before I play the thing over and over. Pause here. So that is actually how the Steelhead 1 cycle used to work. Fun fact, before they buffed the carbon roller really long time ago. Actually made the carbon one of the most technical weapons in the game, and also one of the weakest. But yeah, one of the weakest and one of the most technical. Because the Steelhead 1 cycle with it was pretty much 3 vertical flicks, 3. And the timing was super freaking tight. Like people have always struggled with the Rapid Blaster / Rapid Blaster Pro timing on Steelheads. Rapid Blaster Pro was also 3 hits instead of 2. But yeah, I've mentioned that a lot in my other videos. like they were the same damage and stuff, except the Pro was slower, you know. But yeah, with the Carbon Roller, actually, it was really the hardest 1 cycle out of them all. I'm not sure if I have ever gotten it, honestly. Maybe once or so, but it's really hard. I usually failed it. And of course, I was very happy when they did the Carbon back in the old game still, at some point. To just deal 150 to 160 damage or something max. Like was. Look up the weapon guide if you wanna know the exact numbers. I think it's 160 for the V flick and 150 for the H flick. But yeah, anyway, you have to be really close to the Steelhead, else you can still kill the 2-shot, and that can be annoying. Usually I'm ready for it, like I plan with that. Then we're fine, and here, of course, it was really nice to have the teammate cover for that. Okay, well, yeah, let's continue. Right, this is a pretty free kill for me, let's go. Bless us for depositing some eggs. Can maybe deposit a bit more there, but I'm not Marty, I guess, so that's not happening. But the snatchers don't leave anything to chance there, that's good too. Eggs. Bumper support there, why the heck not? Rainfall of missiles. Not quite paint the zone. But this here... This stinger kill was a little bit random, I have to say. was pretty much a move out of panic because the wave was snowballing here near the end. So there was a different thing here as well. What's that? Right there, that's the wave breaker. And went too far back. Oh yeah, it was actually right after this. The wave breaker is here, so that's our second wave breaker. We're not gonna have one for the end. I don't think I noticed it in the actual game. And I still do not understand what even happened to the wave breaker. Anyone any idea? Something just despawned it. No, there are no waves here. But yeah, the reef slider for the stinger is kinda bad value, honestly. What we do want to happen there is for the rapid blaster to like just spot it pretty much as soon as possible and then snipe it from her nose. That's really good at it, of course. Urban's really bad at it, and what really would be better for me to do there is to just keep that reef slider for the end and clear up some lessers with it that are walking over eggs. Like right about now-ish, a few seconds ago. Okay, you see people are struggling here at the end and I'm the only one alive. And we have how many eggs? I mean, we already know it's a 200, but I probably did not know back then because I do not usually do these calculations. Well, maybe I actually did because these numbers are not too hard to remember. Yeah, that is what they were. 70, 57, 74. One over the goal. Yeah, that was my first ever 200 in this game and my 5th ever in my life. Of course, it's much easier in this game. But yeah, that will be it for this one, and I will be back in 1 or 2 weeks. The second one, and that will also be a very special one. Look forward to it.